There's a reason during quarter 3 and quarter 4 we really were pushing like to get Hex because you've got the whole ecosystem coming out for PulseChain. You actually have PulseSwap coming up, which is or whatever we call it, Waffle Swap or whatever like it's going to be called. but yeah, we're gonna have all those coins right there. We're gonna have like I guess liquid loans and a couple other projects. We're gonna have meme coins. I mean, there's gonna be quite a lot of yield farming opportunities on the whole PulseChain side and stuff. There's actually even a fork of Uniswap v3, but I think we're gonna end up going with I don't know if Richard maybe changed the whole. He said he originally was gonna make an actual carbon copy of Uniswap v3, but leave it like open key. So have it ready to go, and then give control of to Uniswap if Uniswap wanted to take it over, basically. But I think the swaps we're going to have are going to be based off the V2 contract because that's pretty much anyone can use that. It's open source, basically. Where like the V3 tech is actually not open source at all. You actually get sued unless you get permissions from I guess Uniswap, basically. But definitely, man. Yes, the future is very bright, Bran. Very bright.
So let me ask you just a Hex question because the big bulk of my Hex bag is obviously staked out, but yes. I have some liquid Hex sitting there. At this point, if you have liquid Hex or if you buy some more now, you just wait for PulseChain, right, and then put it in there.
Yeah. So if you're staked already and you feel like, all right, I've got enough staked Hex, basically, the move is just to collect liquid Hex. There's no point if you already are pretty comfortable and you've got a little bit of a ladder going on and you got something for 10 to 15 something in there. Like basically there's 3 time zones basically or 3 time slots which are in 5 chunks. So you have 1 to 5 years, 5 to 10, 10 to 15 basically, right? And if you got something in all those 3 kind of time slots, then you do have some sort of a ladder and then you can eventually over time build it out. Plus you're going to get the copy of it also on PulseChain swap because or on PulseChain and stuff because I've had people ask me that all the time like does it Texas can you fix your audio? I think you have the video running in the background. I'm gonna take him down for a second. But basically so if you have liquid Hex, you get the copy of liquid Hex, and if you have staked Hex, you also will get the copy of the staked Hex as well. I gotta keep saying that because people keep asking like, does the staked Hex get copied over? Yes, it does. But, yeah.
And then the liquid Hex, so you can are you going to be able to stake it on PulseChain or how's it going to work?
Well, so you could actually, I think there is a way to pair it in a way. If don't quote me on this, but I think you could bridge over your E Hex over onto the swap and stuff, and then use it to provide liquidity with regular P Hex. Infuse them together and earn interest on Waffle Swap or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. So that's kind of a clusterfuck. But yeah, you could. But you also could then just sell that. You could sell your E Hex to actually buy P Hex, or use that to buy PulseChain token. So it's kind of cool. So you can Hex is such a cool utility token on that front because you can use that as collateral to do anything on PulseChain basically. Because if you think about it, right? Since now eventually originally it was supposed to be just the trifecta in terms of like there's just really like the Holy Trinity. There's just 3 coins of that truly have a value on PulseChain, which is going to be Hex, P Hex, and a regular Hex basically, right? The PulseChain token, sorry. With those 3, now that we have the new one, which is like the PulseSwap token. So now it's 4 tokens basically. So you have a box now. So these are the 4 tokens that are going to hold value, where you'll be able to essentially trade between them and also get into other coins, the shit coins that come out later on the Pulse token or PulseSwap. Dude, all these fucking names, my god. Yeah. it's that and stuff.
15,000 and counting on.
Yeah.
Right. 15,000 and counting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was 9,000 when I got in 9 months ago.
This might be a dumb question, a new question, but what's going to be the different purposes of each one of those coins?
Wait, who said that? Is that Mitchell?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see your thing moving. Yeah. So obviously, PulseChain. So Hex is just going to be Hex. So on both sides, they're both just Hex. So right. That's their purpose. Okay, cool. Then for PulseChain token, it's basically our version of Ethereum. So it's going to be Ethereum for the whole PulseChain ecosystem. Then from there, the PulseSwap token or the Waffle Swap, whatever the fuck you call it, Waffle Swap or whatever. One day I'll have a name.
It's going to be Bacon Swap, I think.
But Waffle Swap will actually be be mostly a farming token and also probably a revenue distribution token, sort of like some version of an alluvium where like all the fees are made by people swapping on Waffle Swap will then be given out to the stakers who stake out the Waffle token. It's going to work a lot like Pancake does, basically. And at some point, maybe the Waffle Swap you'll be able to actually will be able to then like IDO stuff or like Launchpad stuff freely. So it's possible he's going to have sort of thing where anyone can launch a token on there, and then you can also have incentivized pools. So imagine that I have a token coming out called DC Coin, and I could say like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna allocate. I have 10 million token supply. I'm gonna allocate 1 million of my tokens on Waffle Swap if you yield farm on this. So you'll earn Waffle Swap token and you'll earn a yield off of DC token. So it's a way to actually incentivize more money on there. So it's kind of a cool system and stuff. Yo, VJ, I'm glad you made it. You finally saw the message I sent you.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good, dude.